Hey guys, and welcome to the Parrott Bros. Today we're going to be doing a video on the most popular modifications for an Audi TT Mark 1. So if you've just bought or you own and you're looking to modify, this is the video for you. So stick around. Let's jump into the intro. Right guys, I just want to start this video out with a warning. Watching this video may cause you massive financial loss, but you will be a very happy TT owner. Right, let's get stuck into it. Okay guys, so I'm going to try and cover as many of the most popular modifications that I can in this video without it being too long. So do stick around, we'll try and cover as much as possible. Now, I just want to say before we start, all prices given today are, I'll tell you whether it's new or used, and nothing includes fitting, so do bear that in mind. That obviously fitting will cost you more, and some of these jobs may be quite involved, so may cost a bit. So do your research prior to getting them fitted, or just jump down into the comments below and I'll give you a rough idea. So let's get stuck into it now. Number one, probably one of the most popular modifications on any car for any real car enthusiast is an exhaust system. There's a couple of options. Obviously you can buy a full system which is turbo back. You can buy a cat back if you want to keep your catalytic converters and you don't want either a decat or a sports cat. So we'll cover the turbo back downpipe and decat or cat pipe first. Now the most popular options are this. I'm only covering sort of the basics. I'm not going to list every single option available, but there's the cheapest option is an eBay special unbranded 3-inch downpipe and decat pipe, which is £125. On the other end of the scale, there is a custom made, which is a really popular, fits really well. Forgot to mention that the cheap option does require a little bit of hammering on the bulkhead to get it to fit perfectly. But the custom option is about £300 to £350 from companies like Pipewerx, Baf Motorsport, all make high quality, TIG welded downpipes and decat pipes for them. You can also buy a sports cat option, which is a little bit more expensive, but have a look on their websites for them. Catback wise, so catback exhaust eBay unbranded special is about £300. It's made out of average quality TIG welded metal, and it sounds all right. Fitting wise, they do hang a little bit low. If you jump onto the TT Mark 1 forum and community on Facebook, there is plenty of pictures on there. And where they go under the rear diff, they do hang a little low. Not gonna knock it on the road, but it is something to bear in mind. And say for instance you wanted a Miltek or a Scorpion, so brand name off the shelf off eBay, you're looking about £600 to £650 for a catback system. So that is exhaust systems number one. Okay, number two. Now this is a bit of a three-parter. Now things to consider when lowering your TT, and I just want to stop there and point out that in the corner, this corner I believe, I will be putting links to videos we've already done going into more depth about a discussion. So if you see that pop up when we're in one of these categories, then if you click on it, that will take you through, and there's a video with a bit more discussion and detail about that said item. Now, lowering your TT. Now there's a couple of things to consider when lowering your TT, whether you do springs, coilovers, or air. I'm not 100% on air because I don't know a great deal about it, but you do need to bear in mind that you're going to be needing some rear control arms. If you're going more than say 20mm, you're going to need some tie arms. Now we got a video, pop it in the corner, discussing tie arms, but basically you need to bear that in mind. The cheapest options for them is £130, eBay, not very good quality, or top quality, CB Autos, £195. So you're going to need those if you're going more than 20mm to correct the cam, but otherwise your wheels may sit a bit like this, and obviously you want them nice and straight. So bear that in mind if you're looking at lowering your car. So shocks and springs to start with, eBay. Shocks and springs, cheapest unbranded, £230 I could find. So short on shocks and lower in springs, no brand. And for a top quality kit, which I've run myself on my previous car, is a Bilstein B12 shock and spring kit, and that runs you about £690 delivered from eBay, and that's a real good quality kit, nice performance. If you were looking for coilovers, so you want to be able to adjust the height, say you're changing the wheels, you want to do modifications, track, you want to set up whatever you want to do so you can have it adjustable. The cheapest coilovers I can find for a Quattro is £210. Again, eBay specials, unbranded, and top quality. And I know a lot of the guys running big power and do a lot of track days use the Gaz Blacks. I don't know if that's the specific name from, but they're Gazes and they're black. You can get them on CB Autos, and they are just under £1,000, and that is full dampening adjustable, height adjustable, and they are solid. You can also get to a point where you can either lower down or remove the anti-roll bars because they make it that good. So that is shocks and springs and coilovers. Now air, I had a quick Google, again hands up, I know nothing about air because I've always been more into driving and track focus, so it's not really for me. But kits go from between £2,000 and £3,000. Now that is without fitting, so bear in mind if you want a nice boot install with the tank mounted and fitting, you're probably looking at, I'm guessing, another £1,000 because it does look quite involved to fit it, so bear that in mind. So that is lowering your TT. Right, number 3, front mount intercoolers. Now, a couple of options again. You can either piece together your own kit, which is something we've done. There's a video up in the corner. And that will be about £250. That's for quite a large intercooler. I'll pop some pictures up now so you can see it. And that is about 250 quid. You buy all the bits separately. Or you can buy a kit off the shelf, such as an Airtec or a Forge kit, similar size. As a kit, they're about £500, so it's about double the price for an off-the-shelf kit. Again, you'll need to fit it yourself, but if you're all right with a spanner, it's not too bad. Moving on to wheels and tyres. Now, obviously, I won't go into depth because there is a million choices, but if your car come with, say, 17-inch wheels and you wanted some 18s or from an Audi TT, so a straight fit, straight swap, you're looking at sort of £300 to £500 for a reasonably nice set with reasonably good branded tyres and in a nice condition. If you're looking to buy wheels aftermarket, the sky's the limit. You're looking at 500 or 600, 700 quid for some, say, Team Dynamics or OZs, and about £500 for tyres. So do bear in mind that's going to be over £1,000. So that was just a quick stop on wheels. Now, poly bushes, big discussion. They are not cheap, and obviously fitting, if you're going to do the whole car, you're going to have to drop your subframes, take the rear axles out of the body, which the bolts, and if they've been like mine, they are a mess. So bear that in mind. It is expensive and it is a taskly job, may take quite a few hours. But prices wise, front arms using the CB Auto, I believe they call them Defcon ones, which is the camber adjustment ones with the sleeved cook bots. So front arms, yeah, you're looking at about £165. If you're going to do the rear subframe and diff housing and everything on a TT Quattro, you're looking at about £240 just for the bushes. And just to give you an idea, if you're going to do the whole car, so that is front arms, both anti-roll bar bushes, you're looking at doing the rear subframe, you're looking at doing the top mounts, and pretty much anything that's got poly bushes on, you're looking at about £1,000. And if you're going to change the bolts, you're looking at about another £150 for genuine bolts. So to do a full poly bush swap out, you are looking at in excess of probably £1,000 by the time you're done. So it is not cheap. So do bear that in mind if you're buying it for, say, a track car and you want to upgrade it, because the likelihood is the bushes are 70 to 100,000 miles old and you're going to be hammering it around a track. Then that is a costly exercise. Now, let's move on to number 6, remapping. Now, I've given a couple of figures now, from the cheapest being, say, for instance, a mobile or a cheap map company, right up to the the top guys like MRC, Artec, people, Badger 5, people who do maps day in, day out on 1.8 turbos, 2 litres, TFSIs, etc. So, remapping software only, class as a stage 1. You're looking at about between £250 and £500. On a 225, that will take you to up to about 260 horsepower. So, bang for buck, pretty good. You're going to get an extra 35-40 horsepower. It's quite noticeable, and it makes it quite a nice drive, gives it a bit more pull. about an extra 5 or 6 psi full boost, I believe. And if you're looking to do stage 2, you will need to do the following to get the best figures out of your car. You'll need a front mount intercooler. You'll need a turbo intake pipe and air filter. You'll need a full exhaust system. Now, that's a 3-inch downpipe system. So a lot of the things we've covered above. The turbo intake pipe I haven't covered, but they're about 130 to 150 pounds, so not massively expensive. The map price is about the same, between 250 and 500 pounds, and that will give you 285, I believe, is the best figures quoted for a stage 2, and 300 foot-pounds, which is capped because stock rods will bend after anything from 300 upwards. So if you're looking to do a stage 2, you're going to need to factor in the cost of a front mount intercooler, a turbo intake pipe, an air filter, and a full exhaust system if you want to get the most bang for your buck. So bear that in mind, it's not cheap. Moving on, number 7. So you've just done everything above and you need brakes because your car's going a lot faster than it used to, and the brakes on the TTs are not amazing, especially when you've got an extra 60 horsepower. So brakes, if you're looking at just doing discs and pads on the original brakes, you're looking at sort of 200 to 350 pounds, depending on the quality of the discs, and if you go for a sort of racy track pad. If you're looking to do a 4-pot LCR, so Leon Cooper R Brembo brake upgrade, you're looking at between 400 and 600 pounds second hand for the calipers. And then you're looking at discs and pads, again another couple of £100. So you're looking at 600 to 800 pounds for that. And if you want to buy an off-the-shelf kit, brand new, you're looking at about £1,000 for a 6-pot kit. There's a few companies, and we've done a brake video, so I'll pop that in the corner for you there as well. Number 8 is bumpers, splitters and spoilers. Now I've done a complete video showing you all the options available for that, so I won't touch on that too much. But a front bumper, if you're looking at the V6 one, which is pretty much the only OEM kind of upgrade, or a Votex splitter, you're looking at between 400 and 600 quid. And that's just for a front bumper. So if you're looking to change the exterior, and obviously if you don't get it in the right colour, which if you've got a funny colour like mine, it's not the easiest to get hold of parts in that colour. So that's bumpers, splitters and spoilers. Anti-roll bars, again, done a video, it'll be in the corner, discussing the OEM options. You can buy an off-the-shelf kit for between 325 and 400 pounds. That's the likes of your Ibachs, H&Rs, etc. So 325 to 400 pounds, and that increases the anti-roll bars front and rear, and comes with the bushes included. Number 10 is a real popular one, not massively expensive, but this £110 is a Cloud9 Customs Catchcan, which removes the PCV system, which is a massive pain in the butt with the 225s, and to be fair, I think the 180s as well. But basically, the pipes, they take the oil air from the engine and take it back into the air system. Now, these pipes obviously get covered in oil, 20 years old, they leak, they split, they cause you boost issues. A lot of people get rid of it all, put a Cloud9 Customs Catchcan on. You can buy others, but that is the most popular all-in-one kit, which is a straight fit. And that can be bought from Cloud9 Customs, £110. I'll flag a picture up here so you can see what I'm on about. Couple of extra ones that I'll throw in. Spacers. A lot of standard wheels, and a lot of people do it, is spacers. You can put, I think, up to 15 or 20 mil. I think I run 15 mil all round. You can put, 15 or 20 mil, and that brings the wheels right out to the arches, and it doesn't actually rub. So it gives you a nice wide stance. Maybe a little bit better handling. The boat's out on that one. Jump in the comments, let me know if you think it does anything for the handling. But you can buy spacers for a good brand name, £120 for 4 with extended bolts. Try and get hub centric if you're looking at spacers, because if you don't, then you may get some wheel wobble, which is something you do not want. And lastly, I'll just quickly touch on is hybrid turbos. If you're looking for more than 285 horsepower, you're either going to need a hybrid turbo or a bigger turbo. Now, these are starting for a KO4, you can get them for about £1,200 upwards. Now, that is supply only. So that is you basically giving them your old turbo. They'll make you a new hybrid turbo, and that could be up from £1,200 upwards. And that will give you anything from an extra 30 horsepower upwards. But you will need to factor in other things like rods, injectors, fuel pump, and that can cost a pretty penny. I may do a video for that in the future. Keep your eyes peeled if you're looking at big power. Maybe jump into the comments, let me know if you want to know other power options in excess of the sort of stage 2 285 brake cap, and I'll maybe look at doing a video on that. But guys, that has been modifying a TT. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you think of anything that I've not covered in this as just a brief, pop it in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to know it, and I'm sure everyone else watching this will be more than happy. I'll do a couple of videos coming up of the topics I've not covered in this, going into more depths, maybe doing exhaust sounds and other things like that. So guys, thanks for watching. That's another video from the Parrott Bros. Bye for now.